Yeah, we can. It's either or. Playoff
What's the
games. We
damn
still got to
deal,
recap.
guys? What's
But
up?
yeah, welcome viewers. Welcome back to the Madden Lab Podcast. This is Jay is gone, Vast Fast, and Savage Pappy in the building.
Savage
What's
Uh,
good, boys?
Pappy.
let's
Woo.
what do
What's
you
up,
guys
man?
want to
What's up?
recap first? I mean, this was
Woo.
just
Oh,
a
okay.
wild situation that just happened with
This
free
free agency
agency.
was
Free agency,
fucking
dude. There was a
Um,
lot of bidding
wild.
wars, and
A
actually
lot.
between me and Jay is gone. We had a lot of bidding wars, and sadly to say, he won them all.
Who we take from you?
I was shooting for that rookie that won rookie of the year last year.
Khalil
A very
Dorsey.
He's a
Dorsey.
monster, a beast. I think he's
Yeah,
only
he
he has a low
was
rating,
23 years old, 73 overall with a star dev. And it came down to the wire. I actually backed off of him
which is crazy.
to
Cause
sign Gardner Johnson, another strong safety, and I ended up getting him. I didn't think that would happen.
Yeah, Gardner Johnson was a big pickup for the Panthers, especially that defense, where the defense was good last season. They just need that extra step. So,
and what's
Definitely.
crazy is you could just keep him in that zone, and if you could just use your Dorsey, because if it's 95 speed and 95 acceleration, that's easy. And you
Yeah,
ended up picking Marcus Williams too in the free agency.
yeah,
And
Marcus
after
Williams,
you have Jeremy Chin,
Jeremy
so
Chin. I'm
you're
looking to
stacked
move.
on in
Yeah,
that
my
the
defense.
secondary.
My defense was a big issue for me in this previous season. I needed to step up and make some moves this offseason. I ended up releasing a bunch of players before free agency, and it cleared up some cap space for me. And I just made plays. I made bids, and I needed to though. It wasn't out of
yeah,
just spite trying to steal players from other people. It was just I needed to
yeah,
make plays, and I needed to make moves.
yeah.
And
That same as me. I agree
Look,
with
all
you.
I gotta say is next time you're over at my place, man, I'm giving you the small covers. Okay? I'm just kidding.
Oh
That's
man.
all love, man.
Nah, yeah,
It's
that's
all
cool,
love.
brother. But let me actually jump into my team and let you guys know who I eventually picked up. Y'all probably see in this once we submit to the next week, and
And
it'll
then
show you
after
everybody that got picked up.
And then after your team, will go like in a line of everybody's team and like see the big signings that
Yeah,
they got.
definitely.
Cause
What I was gonna say, since we're in the pod, we could go over our teams first and get that out the way
Yeah,
and see if
definitely.
of
we like
course,
did good or bad. Cause you over there,
Okay, yeah.
man, you
So we're gonna have draft
crazy.
grades for everybody also. I mean, free agency grades. My bad. But let's just start it out. My favorite signing so far is Chris Godwin, man.
wow.
I had to fight. I want to say the Jags for this player. I think he eventually backed out from bidding, and I just kind of took him after that. But definitely needed this guy on my team. As you guys know, Robbie Anderson is on the trade block. Needed someone to fill in and take that role for him. Didn't produce that much for the Tampa Bay Bucks last year, but I'm ready to utilize him. And he came in at a 5-year, 40.8 million dollar salary, which is not cheap for one of the fastest receivers in the league. Um,
100.
and that was absolutely my favorite signing. I also picked up um, Jamal Agnew, another fast receiver, 93 speed, just someone I can use as a return specialist maybe, and see what I can do with him. Let's see what else. My defense, I added a bunch of guys on my defense. Emmanuel Mosley, I picked him up, very fast corner, um, 92 speed. Marcus Williams, another big addition. Um, I guess I want to say this. My favorite addition to my defense so far is Khalil Dorsey. He
Mm.
did end up winning Defensive Player of the Year. As you guys know, he had 10 picks on the year. Just needed some guy I can set for my user. I'm definitely going to be using this guy a lot. And hopefully he can win another Defensive Player of the Year, but this time for the Panthers. Um, Definitely going to be a good season, I'm hoping. But also, other than him, I did sign Chauncey Gardner Johnson. or C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I'm sorry. Another strong safety. Um, I kind of just overloaded this defense. Still looking to pick up a player in the draft to fill in his middle linebacker, right outside linebacker spots. But right now, my team is sitting pretty heavy right now. What do you guys give me for a draft grade on this one?
You,
Oh, you
I'll
mean
let Andy
Go
start.
ahead. Go ahead, Andy.
I'm gonna give you a B plus, bro.
A B plus. Okay,
A B plus,
I
man.
dig it. I dig it.
A B
Did you have
plus.
any issues with any of my signings?
Um, I think you. I mean, like you said, you had issue in that defense, but I mean, if you end up, I feel like you got too many, players that might not even get playing time on
Oh,
those like that
definitely.
secondary.
And I
So I
want to
mean,
reiterate that, a lot my defense is stacked, but I got a lot of guys on the trade block. Jeremy Chin definitely on the trade block. I know I was talking about Montez Sweat being on the trade block. Maybe Derek Brown or Jonathan Allen on my D tackle side. It just depends. I did say I'm open to any trade. Everyone's just got to shoot an offer. And
Yeah.
I'm really loyal to my trade. So if we agree to something verbally or over text, I will follow through. So, guys, just hit
you
my
know what? I
line.
take that back. I give you an A, man.
An
Just an
A.
A grade. An A
Okay,
grade.
I
You
dig it. I
bumped up
dig
to
it.
an A just because those safeties you got were pretty solid.
Yeah, definitely. Those are definitely the stars of this show for free agency. Um, but I mean, other than that, what do you think, Otto?
Well, you address the needs on your team. So honestly, I'm gonna give you an A, just
Okay.
like just like Andy over here. You addressed that you needed a wide receiver after putting Anderson on the block, so you went and made a big splash with Chris Godwin, which is a good player. I felt like he was being underused in Tampa Bay, which we will get to in a bit. So
Definitely.
I feel like you made a big splash on that signing. One signing that I was kind of like skeptic about, I'm not even gonna lie, would have to be Marcus Williams.
Marcus
He's
Williams.
okay.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. He's good and everything, but like
Yeah,
for that price tag, I don't think so. Unless he was in a bidding war, then maybe. But for that price tag, I don't think so. Especially
I got you.
with
I got you.
so many safeties being on your team and you signing a couple more. I don't know about that
Yeah, I
pickup
could I could
yet.
definitely see that. Let me just say this. The reason I did sign Marcus Williams is because I knew Jeremy Chin is probably not going to be on the Panthers roster starting week one.
Hmm.
I needed someone to fill that role, even though Kenny Robinson Jr. did win the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Um, I needed someone to step up and fill the shoes that Jeremy Chin played this season. Um, and I am looking to move these guys no matter what. I will take best offer available, honestly. Um, and it would, I mean, that's pretty much my explanation for picking up Marcus Williams.
Okay.
Um, but we can go into. Let's just jump to
Um.
your
Let's
team,
go with the
Andy.
let's go with the Bill. Oh, okay, you're going straight to me.
Oh, yeah, we can
I
do
was going.
Bills. Let's
Yeah,
do Bills.
yeah.
Yeah,
Let's do
let's do
Bills. Let's
Bills.
do
I
Bills.
Let me
start
jump
off
over
with
to your
me.
roster.
The Bills made a big splash this offseason. With the signing of in the beginning they started off with what they needed, which is a right
Ooh.
tackle. I'm sorry that I'm speaking in like third person. I
Yeah, yeah,
believe
yeah.
first person. Yeah, I ain't. But yeah, Dora Williams for a 2 year, $13.5 million, the right
Mm,
tackle. They went ahead and signed Levante Davis for the low for 2 years, 28 million, which will help that middle linebacker spot, which is that linebacker unit, which have Edmonds and Milano. So that's a big pickup. They went ahead and deducted age, signing Trey Flowers, outbidding the Bengals, who the Bengals was pretty mad about
yeah.
not picking up. They went ahead and they signed a backup Taysom Hill and the big signing Julio Jones.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. Just being there, experiencing that bidding war that you had for Julio Jones, which was definitely a needed addition to your team, I believe, because
Mhm.
Stephon Diggs, one of the probably the best receiver in that division. Um, he needed another receiver alongside him, and Julio Jones
Yeah,
definitely will fill that role to the T. Will probably be a Hall of Famer by the time he's done. Oh well, he
yeah,
will be a Hall of
definitely.
Famer. I'm just gonna say that. Um, but yeah. Other than that, did you sign anybody else?
Nah, that's it. I had to sign Julio because
Okay.
Allen Robinson wasn't really doing it much as of like being a backup or not a backup, a wide receiver too, someone that could get the load off of Stephon Diggs. So I released him, and it's like the Bengals ended up picking him up. So yeah, I feel like I did good this free agency signing my needed players. What you think my grade would be?
Um, for me, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you a B plus. You addressed issues on your team. You filled roles that you needed.
Yeah,
I mean the signing of Julio Jones will just do it for you right there. Um, I feel in that with that signing, it just definitely made your team a stronger contender for this upcoming season. And especially on that defensive side, adding Levante David at the middle linebacker position, man, that's gonna be a scary defense, especially with that secondary still being intact and
yeah,
sticking together this year. I mean, I just think that's another reason to, put you in that top five category of the best upcoming teams this year. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give you that B plus, because I know you didn't get every guy that you wanted. Had a couple bid wars, but you did your thing on
yeah.
this in this free agency.
Even though you
Appreciate it.
came in the last minute too, which
Yeah,
don't forget, yeah, like you came in the second round of free agency
Yeah, I came
too.
in a second. I missed out on a lot.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to agree with Jay. I'm gonna give you a B plus just because you addressed that, and when we played in our game, I was pretty much running all over you, so I know with that linebacker in the middle,
Oh,
be coming
definitely.
downhill and headhunting my running backs.
Yeah, definitely. Levante
Yeah,
David is one of the best at that position. I believe he's a
run
fourth
stopper.
best linebacker at in the game. Yeah,
Yeah.
fourth best. So definitely a big addition on that defense. Um, you got anything else, Andy, for this team?
No, I don't.
I
Okay,
have
Sorry.
something to say.
okay, go ahead, go ahead.
New England, I'm coming for your head.
Oh,
I'm
okay. We
coming for your
calling them
head.
out. We calling them out
Yeah,
today.
man. Knocking me out
Um,
the playoffs? Yeah, it's a big problem, man. I'm coming for your head, man. You're not winning the Super Bowl this time. Try that running shit. Oop, kids are watching this shit. Try
Gotcha,
this
gotcha.
running stuff on me, and I
Ooh.
swear to God, he's gonna fumble every time he comes down, man.
And taking a
I'm
look at
ready
his
for
team,
you.
let me just jump and say this. He picked up Matthew Stafford. I don't know out of free agency or he
Oh, I
traded
think
for
he
him.
been there. Yeah,
Oh, has he? Was he injured?
yeah. Last season they didn't play him. Like, he's too slow. He preferred Jared Goff,
Oh, okay,
a little bit
okay.
mobile.
Well, if you're watching Patriots, you heard it here first. The Bills is calling you out.
I'm
He's
on your
putting he
head.
he's on your head. He's headhunting this season and he knows who he wants to take out. Um, But yeah, that's
Right.
definitely a good prediction for this year. Definitely a good team. Hopefully they play in the season so we can get a game before the
Oh, we most
playoffs.
definitely will.
Um,
We're in the same division.
oh
My
yeah,
division is
I
stacked.
forgot. My bad. But yeah,
Yeah,
man, I
AFC
definitely
North,
looking.
right? That's the
I'm gonna make
division.
him my bitch in that division, man. He not
Oh,
gonna make the playoff.
oh man, I hope you're watching
Miami, you
Pat's.
too. Free Matt
Oh
Oh
Breida.
man,
man, this
you
man
calling
sounds
everyone
like
out.
Big Sean on that track with Kendrick. Uh,
Um,
but
Nah, but
yeah,
all jokes
definitely.
aside, it's gonna be a good season with them.
Definitely, guys. I hope you guys are sticking with us for the long haul because this season is going to be great.
Good.
Make sure you guys, I appreciate you guys watching this pod. Make sure you keep up with us, and we're going to be doing this pretty much on the daily, if not every other day. And yeah, I appreciate you guys' support. Um, but now I think we can go to the Chiefs. Let's take a look at the Chiefs and see what they did this free agency. Why don't you go ahead and break it down for us, Andy?
Alrighty, so with my team is I pretty much signed a lot of free agent receivers, no names last season. before this, like, before we started,
Uh-huh.
and they weren't really worth picking back up or re-signing. I need a third receiver because once everyone sees that you got Tyreek Hill, they're gonna try their best to shut him out.
Definitely.
And I got Miko Harmon too, but when people got good secondary and they know what you're doing, you need a third. So I had a
Mm.
bidding war with the Jags actually for John Ross.
Yeah.
We kept going back and forth, back and forth. So I picked up
aka
John
YNW
Ross,
Melly.
which
Yeah.
he is nasty. I love
Yeah,
speed,
this
and that's the
this man's
perfect addition
speed.
for my third.
Yeah, definitely. This man's speed is out of this world. Definitely. I mean, he fits his offense like no other. I mean, you got speed everywhere on this Chiefs team, and he'll find his way on this team really well. Um, but definitely a good signing. What else you got on there?
I picked up a left guard.
Left guard.
Um, yes, sir. I can't pronounce his last name. I think
Mike
he's
Lu
Hawaiian.
Iupati.
Yes, sir. I needed, I know he's an older guy, but
Ooh.
I just need him for this year.
Yeah, he
You know
was
what I
on my
mean?
squad this previous season. Um,
Mm.
definitely filled a role, did his thing. I'm not gonna say too much on it. I'll just let you see what you can do with them on this season. But I mean, he's a solid left guard, and one of those guys that was on the Ravens Super Bowl team, um, and solid left guard. I'll just say that
And I picked up a left tackle also. I
left
can't pronounce
tackle.
his name either.
Villanueva
Alejandro, yes, sir.
from
Picked
the
him up.
Steelers. Oh, definitely. Yeah, a lot of these O linemen in this free agency class, pretty much up there, at least 30 years old, average. But those, that's how O line is. The older guys are probably going to be the better options, especially, helping the rookies out for this upcoming class. These veteran O linemen have a lot of knowledge, and they eventually get to spit some game to these rookies.
And honestly, this free agency, I kind of went with more of the veterans.
Yeah.
All the young guys were going too high out of my range, and I really spent all my, coin for Ross, and I think it
Mm,
was worth it.
yeah.
I ended up picking up Vernon, Oliver Vernon, the left end that
Oh,
used to
okay.
be for the Browns.
For the
Olivia
Picked him
Browns,
up.
yeah. What is it? It's like Olivier or Olivier or something like
Olivier,
Yeah.
that.
Olivier, yeah. I picked
Yeah, it
him up,
sounds like French or
solid
something.
player. He's
Uh,
30 years old, but he's gonna get the job done, and I enjoy
Definitely,
Yeah,
it.
that's a big pickup,
definitely.
honestly.
Yeah, pair him up
Especially
with
for that
Chris
defense
Jones.
next to Chris Jones and Derek Nottie, man. Oh my God. That's gonna be a scary front seven or front four to go up against. Don't know how you're
Then
gonna go with in the draft or anything if you're looking to pick up some linebackers. But any addition to this defense is solid. Um, what else you got, Andy?
I picked up I
Especially,
can't I picked
Go
up
ahead, Otto.
me,
My
me,
bad.
go ahead, Otto.
especially choking to New England.
Oh man, this man's throwing shots from left field. I love it.
And I ended up picking. I can't pronounce none of these guys I picked up. I'm sorry.
Nah,
He's
you
a right
good.
end. I picked up another right end.
Right in. Let me see what you got. Takaris McKinley. I saw
Yes,
him.
sir. He
Man,
is a monster, and I just like him because
yes.
of his speed rating. He's an 86 speed
86
right
as
end,
a right in. Yeah, definitely a solid pickup, man. And
and
young.
young, and
Yeah.
I mean, I could always, if needed to, I could always move him, to a linebacker spot because I like running, 3-3-5 sets. I'm throwing
Throwing your schemes
my
out there.
scheme out there.
Oh
Mm,
So
yeah, I'm
I
gonna keep that in
so
mind.
yeah,
that's
definitely.
fine. I
Uh,
like running 3-3-5, so I know he's gonna fit perfectly, and I'm gonna bring the pressure. So I needed to
mm,
pick him up, and he's young too. He's a solid player. He's only 25 years.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Uh,
And I picked up a lot of guys. Who else did I pick up? Yeah,
who was your?
I went straight D line. I think I
Yeah,
went Salome too.
Salome.
Salome Thomas.
Oh, Solomon
Oh,
Thomas.
Solomon
Yeah, I
Thomas. My
got you.
bad. Yeah, I picked him up too.
Yeah,
Another
and if y'all
and these are
remember, we were talking about Solomon Thomas whenever we were talking about the 49ers free agents, the upcoming free agents, and definitely a solid player to be picked up. Was very underrated, I feel, but definitely can. add to any defense, especially on that D line, which was a really good pickup for you.
Yeah, and he's 83 speed for a defensive tackle. That's outside speed right
So let
there.
me ask you this, Andy: who is your favorite free agency pickup of this class?
Uh, honestly, probably John Ross.
John Ross.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean anybody that picks up John Ross on their squad, I'm sure they're gonna love it, and I'm sure they're gonna use it to its
Even
full
with
advantage.
his problems, having those little temper tantrums in the
Yeah,
playoffs. Yeah, man, it wasn't a good look for John Ross. We predicted a little bit like, well, I don't know if we predicted on the podcast. I forgot what was, I think it was a Rams user. I don't know, but we was talking about how we feel like John Ross would not get picked up, and it's surprised that he's getting paid for this much, being picked
yeah,
up, going to a championship DNA team. So
yeah,
we got to see
definitely.
what's up with him.
Definitely
Yeah,
looking forward to seeing the Chiefs in this year's playoffs.
yeah. And I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I give myself a C plus. I'm grading myself. I give myself a C plus.
A C plus
I
I
for
was gonna
you.
didn't
give you the same
I didn't
shit.
really I didn't really have too much coin, and the
Yeah,
Rams outbid me because I had Todd Gurley online, and I had these other guys online, and then I just got outbid by. So I'm not dropping 60 mil for Todd Gurley. That's too rich for my blood. That's all I gotta say.
hey,
That's
I
too
mean,
much.
you know,
If you got it, you got it.
yeah, exactly. If you got it, you got it, and big time players cost big time money. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
it's definitely tough, especially this free agency, man. I feel like it was just so hectic. Going through these, I was like, trying to keep everybody informed on when we were simming, and it was just like at the last minute, everyone was like putting in these bids, and then like it just changed the whole outcome of all these teams getting what they wanted. Which is, I mean, it's fun to see though. It's like, man, this is like crazy because like all these people are active, and it's like changing the landscape of the NFL. Um, but yeah, I really had a fun time this free agency. I don't know about you guys.
I love this free agency. It was nice to see all those bodies in the chat. People
Definitely.
complaining, especially the Eagles. Speaking of Eagles, let's start off with the Eagles. They only signed two players, which is Sheldon Rankins and Marcel Darris. I feel
Yeah,
like this offseason, well, not counting the draft, Philly got to take this L.
yeah.
I'm gonna rate
Uh,
him a D.
yeah, and I think that's fair. Just the Eagles to start just didn't have a lot of money in cap space. It's a very tough team to rebuild with,
Yeah,
especially if you're trying to get rid of these big contracts. Um, but I mean, he took it on the chin. He took what he had, and he's gonna ride it out.
yeah, he
Hopefully,
was
and
getting outbidded by so many teams. He tried to get Juju. He was so excited. When he was like he's closer to getting Juju than
yeah,
Rams
and like
user.
so
Bow.
the yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Like at the last second, it was like teams were putting in these bids and
Yeah.
just outbidding everybody. But
Same with
definitely
Allen
tough to
Robinson.
see. Yeah, oh yeah, Allen Robinson. Uh, just swooped right from under him, which is it sucks to see.
Yeah.
But I mean that's the way the game works. It's you either in or you win or you lose, whatever. Uh, but
Yeah.
definitely the Eagles had a poor free agency, but I'm just gonna cut them some slack on that just because they didn't have a lot of money in cap space. So I'm gonna give them I'm gonna just do a B minus. You know, they filled the spots of Fletcher Cox with picking up Sheldon Rankins. Um, and Marcel Darius. He's up there in age, but he'll fill the gaps. Very big guy, and he'll do what he needs to for his team, pretty much.
But here's the question that I got for you.
Okay.
With the loss of Deshaun Jackson due to retirement, Godwin, a good win. Um, do you think they will make it to the playoffs again?
Do I think this team will make it
Because
to the
last
playoffs
last
again?
time they barely made the playoffs. They scratched in. Do you think they will
Man,
make it?
it's tough to say because they're in a division with the Cowboys, the Washington football team, and the
They
Giants.
all made the playoffs too. That's the
Yeah, so
craziest part.
it's very tough to say. I guess it just depends on how the user did it. I mean, we saw how the Jaguars did. They went to the
Mhm.
playoffs with that team and they made it work. I mean, granted their defense was legit, but
And they added on
it's
top of that
and
too.
they
But
added. Yeah, they had so much money in cap. They did what they did on free agency and they got what they wanted.
we'll get to them
But
later.
for this Eagles team, you know, I'm gonna say their best chance is probably a wild card entrance because the Cowboys, we saw what they did. They kind of retained most of their team this season, and I feel like they're just going to be a hard team to get past her in that division. And the football team, and depending on how they go in the draft, he might have a chance to definitely get into the playoffs as far as the Eagles. But you got to go through the football team pretty much. The Giants, I don't think there's a user for the Giants, but you
There is a
know,
user.
oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's just tough. Now you got a full division to go through, but I'm gonna say best chance scenario they make the wild card.
Mm.
What do you think,
You
Andy?
hear that?
Look, don't sleep on the Eagles. He's a good user. We
Oh
play
yeah,
exhibition
definitely.
games all the time.
Yeah, we
So
play
I feel like,
games.
and another thing is, last season we had a lot of teams that didn't have users, so he couldn't really get in a rhythm and game flow of playing actual people. You know what I mean? Like he didn't get that. He didn't get a chance to play people in his division because there's only, I think, the Cowboys and football team, and even then he joined late in the league. So
Yeah,
give
I
him
got you.
time, and I think he might
I
win out
mean,
that division.
you can't really count Jalen Hurts out either. I mean, he's a very young quarterback, but he's still amazing. Um, I
He's a
feel.
stud.
Yeah, he's a stud, definitely. Coming from the hometown over here in Houston, right down the road in Dickinson, Texas. Um, I was very excited to see him get picked up by the Eagles. And this user, I mean, I played against him. He's a very solid user. Um, and I think, but still at the same time, the Cowboys, man, I just don't see the Cowboys losing much, especially with that team, man. He used that team pretty good, especially in the playoffs. From what I've seen, those were the only games I saw from the Cowboys usually. But I mean, the Eagles, I'm not gonna count them out. They got a very good chance to make the playoffs. It just depends on what seed they get. What do you think, Otto?
Yeah. The what we're talking about which team again?
The Eagles?
Yeah. So the
Do you give
Eagles,
them a
yeah.
shot making it the playoffs?
Honestly, with the with the new users and everything, sorry Eagles, you gotta prove me wrong. I don't
Yeah.
see
Mm,
I don't see you. I don't
okay.
see you making the playoffs. Don't forget we got new users for teams that made blockbuster trades as of the Steelers. I mean not trades, signings as of the
Signings, yeah.
Steelers. They got they got all the leverage in the world. They could get draft pick. They got draft picks and they got an acquisition of Aaron Jones.
Mm,
And we also got that's an AFC team. Apologies.
yeah.
Uh,
It's
but
all good.
but
Um,
yeah, if you look at the San Francisco squad, they got signings as well, and also they got the first pick, which is most likely going to be Trevor Lawrence. So
yeah.
they just gonna have to prove me wrong. I don't see them
No, yeah, and
making the playoffs.
that's a fair point of view. Um, but just the Eagles got a lot of proving to do. If not, next season there will definitely be a lot of free agents as we've seen from the salary breakdown. Um,
Yeah.
from the previous pod. If you guys haven't checked out those pods yet, go ahead and check them out. They're in this channel. Just scroll down. There's not too many videos in this channel, but just check out our previous videos and see what you think.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
We did break down a lot of
Sorry.
things. Uh, but moving on, what team do y'all want to look at next? Let's
Let's look
let's
at the Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. I was gonna say the Rams, just because they
Oh,
were
okay, okay.
they were
That's another.
outbidding a
That's
lot of
another.
people. They had the money to spend, I guess. Yeah,
And they went out and did it with the. They brought back Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley, man, they brought him back. Todd Gurley the second, and they also signed Juju Schuster.
yeah, they definitely loaded up this team. The signing of Juju Smith next to Kenny Galladay and Keenan Allen, like that's a deadly
Which Kenny
trio.
Galladay is on the block, by the way, guys. So.
Oh, okay, okay. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, I mean, they got Christian Kirk also and Van Jefferson. That's a very solid receiving core with the addition of Juju Smith, Schuster, and he's young too. He's 24 years old, 88 overall, signed him for 5 years, 80 mil total. Uh,
Yeah,
but
they outbid the team that we just talked about
the
and the
Eagles,
Eagles.
yeah,
So that's why I kind of gave the Eagles the L this offseason. They were just getting outbidded by all these teams with big cap,
yeah,
and they
definitely.
really needed a wide receiver too.
Let me go to transactions so I can take a look at these players who got signed. Um, let's see. So he picked up Juju Smith. Uh, Looks like he signed Mike Pouncey to a 1 year deal. Uh,
Which is big,
yeah, definitely.
especially a big center on a. He signed. He also,
He
in
signed
addition
Forrest
of
Lamp,
these, yeah,
left guard.
he signed the O line for not only Colin Kaepernick, who was getting sacked a lot last season, but Todd Gurley.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Todd Gurley was another big pickup, as we saw, or y'all probably might have seen it when y'all were checking out the free agents. He was in a bidding war with the Chiefs and just won out. He got Todd Gurley on a 3 year, $33.5 million contract.
Oh
Um,
wow, he must have as soon as I backed out, he must have lowballed him because we were at
yeah,
60 mil.
yeah. I mean, and that happens. You see guys back out, and you just lower the bid, and get your guy. You end up winning that. But he did make some splashes this free agency, signing also Carl Lawson, 4 year, $56 million contract. Locked him in for 4 years, which is good for his defense. Let's see what else. He did re-sign some players. Cornerback Chris Claybrooks, 6 year, $12 million deal. Um, Another cornerback Isaac Yiadom, yeah,
Yeah,
to a 3 year, $6 million contract. He locked up some of his players, his backups. Um, but yeah, who was y'all's favorite signing for the Rams?
has to be that Todd Gurley signing, man. Bringing him
Yeah,
back is big,
definitely.
especially Todd Gurley being in the dysfunctional Falcons team where if he
Yeah,
was to stay, they would have lost Julio as well as Matt Ryan. So
yeah.
I'm
The
glad to see
Falcons
him
are
back home,
definitely
man.
definitely in a
I
rebuild
just
stage.
I just hope the Rams actually uses Todd Gurley and not waste him away like he did Le'Veon Bell and Marlon Mack.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Because Todd Gurley is 27 years old. He'll be 30 by the time this contract ends. So you definitely want to see him make it to the Super Bowl again. Just for that player, in general, we've seen what he's gone through. Couple ACL tears or tear scares actually. Um,
Arthritis in those knees, man.
Arthritis.
Arthritis
Yeah,
in
we saw
those
what
Makes
happened
knees.
in
them
the Super
shits.
Bowl against the Pats. That 1 year, he just couldn't get it going, and would have been a changing point. Him definitely showing up that game would have been a changing point for them.
All
Um,
right, moving on. I think. Oh,
Moving
I
on.
mean, we're gonna give him a grade, or
Um,
did y'all give him a grade? I'm
nah, I
sorry.
didn't give him a grade. I'm gonna give him a B plus. You know, he was outbidding a lot of people. He solidified his offensive line. He got his running back in Todd Gurley, and also added Juju Smith-Schuster to his team, which is crazy. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna give him a B plus on that on his free agency. What about y'all?
Me, if he's able to use Juju right, he could get an A. I don't
Okay,
know.
okay, Andy, what do you think?
I'm gonna give him a B plus.
B plus. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Solid. Um, did y'all have another team y'all wanted to look at? Oh, let's just jump to the Jaguars. Uh,
they
definitely
had
had
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
money to spend.
yeah, they had a lot of money to spend. Um, and they did. They spent money on their guys. Doesn't look like they signed too many people. It looks like they've only signed 4 players. Uh, let's see. So they re-signed Tony. They signed Tony Brown, a cornerback, to 2 years, 3.9 million.
Oh wow,
Um,
yep, he's a 94 speed, 64 overall. So I mean, that's a good nickelback to have
oh, definitely, especially on that defense. We already saw how deadly that defense was um,
in the playoffs.
in the playoffs. Correct. He did sign Brandon Scherf, right guard, one of the highest overall right guards in this game.
Weren't
Um,
you in a bidding war with him at one point?
yeah, I was in a bidding war with him. I definitely needed some guys to beef up my O line. But sometimes you lose some bids, and I kind of just had to take the L on that. Um, because he was definitely a highly coveted player to pick up in this free agency, and definitely a guy I wanted, but I could not match this Jaguars front office. Um, let's see who else. He got William Jackson III on a 2-year, 19 mil contract, and Shaquem Griffin to a 3-year, $17 million contract, which are very big signings for his defense once again. Um, what do you think, Andy? What do you think about that? These signings for him?
Good signings, man. He brought some speed on that defense, and as we always say, speed kills on this game.
Yeah,
So he's gonna be
definitely.
someone to watch. I mean, I'm gonna keep my eyes on him because we're in the
Yeah,
same
y'all same
conference.
conference.
So
Yeah,
I mean, so is Savage. So I mean,
yeah. That
Jags.
AFC is
I
stacked,
hope
guys.
I hope I play the AFC South so I could play you. I want to play
Nice.
you. I
This
want
this man is
competition.
this man is
I
ready
want
for a
competition.
challenge.
I
Yeah, I
want
love it.
competition.
You love to
I
Wait,
see
mean,
it.
you're
after
in
we
the
already played a
AFC
lot of
South.
users, I want to play competition.
Yeah, nice. Um, what do you think,
I
Otto?
feel like I feel like the Jaguars they upped their defense, so that's a good part. That's a good thing.
Hmm.
And we was talking about how Gardner Minshew was getting sacked most of the time, so they went in and got Brandon, the right guard. So I feel like they did good this free agency period.
Yeah, and if you guys go check out our last podcast, we were breaking down these teams and or one of the playoff games, I think, and we were saying, Jaguars needed some help on that O line, and that might have been a changing point for them in that game against the Pats. And he did what he needed to. He picked up Brandon Scherf to a 3-year deal, solidify his defense even more, which is scary, knowing how good he was in the playoffs. So I'm gonna give him an A for this free agency class. What do y'all give him for a grade?
I'm
Cool.
gonna give him an A also.
An A. Okay.
I most definitely, yeah, especially with the position that they were in coming this off season, I would most definitely get them an A.
He just got better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
way
definitely,
better.
definitely. Um, is there a team you guys are eyeing that y'all want to talk about?
Let's talk about the Bengals.
Bengals. Ooh, okay. Yeah, there was some discussions going on in the Discord if you guys seen it. Especially by the guys that he picked up. Let's see who they got. Oh,
Yeah, we was in a big bit. I was in a. Let me start off by saying I was in a big bidding war with this guy,
yeah.
with Julio, and as well as other people. I managed to get Trey Flowers off of him, and I think David. So he actually did good with the signing of Richard Sherman, help his secondary, and Allen Robinson. So I feel like he did good.
Oh yeah, he definitely did good. Let me just say this: he got a center, Corey Lindsey, to a 3-year, $24 million contract. Picked up Brandon Graham on a 1-year, 12 mil contract. Um, a punter and Michael Pilardi, who was on the Bengals. I mean, on the Panthers. I'm sorry. Um, picked up Allen Robinson, who got dropped in week 2 of this free agency. Got him on a deal, 4-year, 4-year, 46 million, which comes out to like 10.7 mil a year or something like that. Then picked up Richard Sherman and Rob Gronkowski and Matt Prater. Definitely boosted this team up. Um, they got Joe Burrow running that offense, and he definitely added some weapons for him and Allen Robinson and Rob Gronkowski. um, I'm going to give this
And,
man or go ahead, Andy. What do you got?
yeah, I know, my bad. Not to interrupt. I'm gonna try to do better on this.
No,
We're gonna
you're
get
good.
better
You're
for
good.
each podcast. But
Definitely.
I was gonna say, the old user before him actually made it to the playoffs, and the old user knew how to use that team without the upgrade. So hopefully, with these additions to that team, he could, take it where he took it last year with a different guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot that happened. He actually he left the playoffs.
Yeah,
Um,
he was. Yeah, that's how the Jags actually got the
they got the
spot because
advance.
yeah, because we
Oh,
don't want to watch someone play the
and
computer.
yeah, and it was worth it. That game was amazing. But Patriots did come out on top, and they ended up getting the Super Bowl win. Um, but I give them an A as a draft grade. They, they definitely added to the team some big names, and excited to see what this user brings to the league.
I'm gonna give him an A plus.
A plus. What do you got, Otto?
Got him a B.
B. Okay.
Damn, why so low?
Yeah. What's going on with that? Oh, you don't want to talk about it, I guess. Which is
My
cool.
fault. It's a little bit busy, so
Oh,
yeah.
okay. No
Reason
worries, brother.
why I gave him a B is because I feel like he signed players, but like I feel like they're not going to do anything for the team to contribute a little bit. Like Richard Sherman, Allen Robinson got cut because he wasn't being a good wide receiver too. So I don't think they'll do anything for the team. That's why I gave him a B. I
Okay,
feel like
okay.
he's just going for big moves, instead of going for players that can contribute.
Yeah, definitely. I feel you on that. But nonetheless, did make some moves this offseason and picking up some big names for his team. So we'll just have to see what this user brings this season and see what he can do. Let's see. I'm gonna just go from the top. Bears didn't really do much. The user left. Um, Now there's no no Bears user, which didn't look like he signed anybody. Um,
Yeah, actually, yeah, the Bears had no cap space to sign anyone, even if there was a user.
yeah, he just released a bunch of players, or the CPU released a bunch of players. Who knows? But
Which
when it,
actually, if he would have been smart, he could have been in the chat making moves, just like the
yeah,
Steelers did with James Conner and all
definitely,
that stuff, And he had 4 first-round picks, so I mean, if anyone knows someone that wants to join the league, the Bears got first 4-round picks. Draft starts tomorrow, 7:30 Central Time, Chicago
yeah.
time. So just saying.
um, so moving on to the Broncos, didn't sign anybody in free agency, whether it be they were not active or they just didn't feel like they needed to sign anybody.
Yeah,
Um,
Broncos really disappointed me this season.
oh
And then
yeah,
this
I'm not disappointed. He's in my division, so I'm glad he didn't sign anyone.
I feel you on
Honestly.
that.
Yeah.
But still a deadly team. Definitely excited to see what the Broncos bring to the season as well as alongside the Bengals. But yeah, they didn't sign anybody, so we can't really give a grade on that. Um, let's move on to the Browns, who also didn't sign anybody. Wow, there was a lot of people not active? Do you think for this
I
free
feel like
agency, or
half. I think it was like half and half.
man, I feel bad for the people who didn't get a chance to sign. I mean, we
Here,
did tell everybody, but
I'm gonna
I
tell you who
mean,
wasn't active.
we've been
It was the
making it pretty.
Broncos.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it was the Broncos, Browns, Buccaneers, Cardinals. The I think the Colts were active. Well, they was active for a few. Yeah. The Cowboys wasn't active. The Dolphins, Falcons, and AFK.
Man,
Um,
so quite a bit. Maybe
Yeah,
half the league.
Uh, yeah,
Lions,
like I said, I think
Packers,
it was half. Yeah, Ravens, Bucks,
Patriots,
Man,
Pats.
Raiders.
Well, I saw the Pats. Well, I don't think he picked anyone up, but I mean,
uh,
no, I think the Pat. I did see the Pats place a bid on someone. I forgot, but
Yeah,
he was in
I
there, but I
could have
don't think he
sworn
signed
said that.
anyone.
Texans as well.
uh,
Titans. Titans got some people.
Okay, you wanna talk Titans? Like yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's
Let me
talk
just let
Titans.
me
let's talk about people who are actually active in the
yeah.
in the
Let me. How
pickups.
about this, guy? How about I just go down the list of teams and see if they made any moves, and then we'll just go from there, and then we'll just
Yeah,
That
kind of
that's
works
run
what
with
through
I've
me.
these
been
teams
doing.
pretty quick, and see what happens. I mean, like you said, Cardinals wasn't active. They didn't sign anybody. Um, let's see. Chargers was active. Um, okay, looks like they signed some players. They signed Rashard Higgins from the
Pause, pause,
Browns.
pause. Is that my microwave sound from the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, that's loud. I apologize, guys. I
Nah, you
apologize
good.
because that's loud.
Man got to get his grub
Sorry.
on. We feel that. But
Yep.
yeah, so the Chargers ended up signing Rashard Higgins, 3 years, $15 million contract. Uh, Earl Thomas goes to the Chargers on a 2 year, $21 million contract. Pretty much those are the two guys he signed. Um, what do you guys think about that? What do you guys give that grade? I mean, that defense is kind of already set, I feel. But adding Earl Thomas, definitely a good addition to that team, being an older
We,
veteran.
yeah. And we was talking about the Chargers needing some type of weapons to build around Justin Herbert. And Higgins,
Mm,
even though he's not a big name, he's one of those people that can get it done like John Ross. So I feel like they
definitely.
did good with that. And as well as
John Ross is
adding
a chief, baby.
the
I'm telling you right now, he's young, and I'm gonna unlock him a superstar depth trait before the
Ooh,
playoffs. I'm calling it
man.
right now.
ooh,
This man is
So
going to be
yeah,
using him.
Broncos,
yep.
please stop
Hey,
that.
Yeah, it's
all I
definitely going to be
gotta all,
scary,
all I
whoever has
gotta
to go
say
against
is
the Chiefs.
the new slant bitch is gonna be John Ross. Let's go, bro. I'm taking over that name. That's me,
Uh,
bro.
you heard it here first, guys. There's a new slant bitch in the league. Um, but yeah, definitely two solid pickups for the Chargers. I'm gonna give them a B, just because I don't really know what to expect from this team, and they only signed two players. I don't know if they got the guys they want, but definitely some good additions. You know,
They got a
just
good draft pick too. Let's
oh
not
yeah,
forget.
yeah,
What
definitely.
number?
Oh man, they were
I'm
like
not really sure, but it was like
11 or
top
something.
10, top yeah, it was like
It was somewhere
top
around there.
15.
Top
Um,
10. If you're in the top eight, Chargers, DM me, bro. I know we're in the same division, but I got 2 first-round picks.
so what do you got? What do you guys got for this guy's grade? Um, let's start with you, Otto. What do you think?
I got a B plus for him.
B plus. Okay, solid,
He
solid.
still got to prove to me that like he could make it work.
Yeah,
Higgins, he's solid, but he's not a big name, so I want to see what he could bring to the table. I'm really
Rashawn
excited.
Higgins, the wide receiver.
yeah, from
Yeah,
the Browns.
He's underrated. He's not the fastest, but he does have hands, and he has good short and mid route running. So just be
Okay,
aware on that. He's a solid guy.
solid guy. Okay, all right, Andy. What do you give him for this grade?
I'm gonna give him a C plus, just
C
because he
plus.
didn't
Okay.
really add anyone.
Yeah, definitely. And then we were kind of, down on Earl Thomas just because he didn't really make a splash this previous season. But still a good player. Just depends on the user, I guess. So moving on, we did the Chiefs. Down now to the
Colts,
Colts. Okay.
big boy Colts.
Yeah, they definitely got two big names. Okay, let's just say this: they franchise tagged T.Y. Hilton. What do you
Oh,
think
they
about
did.
that? You
Where?
think it's in the transactions?
Oh
Um,
wow.
you think Ty didn't want to stay with the Colts?
Yeah, most definitely. Like,
Man,
what's in Indianapolis? Like,
yeah,
let's be real.
exactly. uh,
The Indy 500.
Like,
yeah.
he been there for a long time. He been through a lot of quarterbacks,
He
and
hasn't
he's
made
Honest,
it to a
missing
Super Bowl,
everyone.
right?
honestly, I really
Barely, yeah.
could have liked him seeing him be a Texan, man. Be with a
Yeah.
Yeah,
quarterback that can actually throw you the ball because he digressed this year. And I know it wasn't a user team, but even the computer wasn't throwing him the ball.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
there's a problem there.
And then that's a good point you make though, going to the Texans because T.Y. Hilton is third behind Andre Johnson and DeAndre Hopkins for having the most touchdowns scored in a Texan stadium. Even though being in a Colts uniform, that man was just a savage,
I believe
destroying
he's
the
the number
Texans.
one leading receiver in yards in NRG.
Yeah, he is.
No, honestly, I think he
It's
is the
no,
leading number
yeah.
one.
T.Y. Hilton, the Texans are his children. This man was definitely just doing anything he wanted with that defense in the previous years. But looks like the Colts got him back for one more year. Let's hope they re-sign him in the season, and let's see what T.Y. Hilton wants to do, being a 30 or 31-year-old receiver. And then they also signed Perry Nickerson, the corner from the Packers
For
this previous year.
yeah, the Packers. He's a star dev, 26 years old, 95 speed. So like I keep
So,
saying,
yeah,
man, he
speed is
kills.
yeah, speed definitely kills. And he signed him to a 5-year, $44 million contract. So he's locked in for the long haul. Um,
45 million?
44.8. So yeah, pretty much 45.
Woo! You
Yeah,
spend bread on
hefty,
him. That's
hefty.
too much blood for me.
Yeah, definitely. Which is a big reason why he got him. You know, he got what he wanted. He had the money and he spent it. Um,
Yo, I'm gonna have to dip for a few, but I
okay.
will most definitely be back, and I'm gonna be
No,
watching yo.
All right,
no
that's cool.
worries. We'll be here.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Uh, all right, peace out. Yeah. Y'all say later to Savage Pappy. Uh,
See
I'm
ya.
coming back though. Just put my PlayStation off, and I gotta go.
no, yeah, cool, cool thing, brother.
Do you
Um,
think, bro?
All right,
um,
bros.
yeah, later. Yeah, so he did sign Perry Nickerson. Ended up getting Quan Alexander. As you see, he was in a bidding war with the Eagles, um, and he ended up coming out on top. You know, he got him for a 4-year, $53.8 million contract. Good signing. You know, just adding to that defense again. Um, Definitely tough to see for the Eagles, but you know, it is what it is. We can't really do much. What do you think about the this Colts team and how they did in the draft, Andy?
I think they did a solid B, man. Give
Solid
them
B.
B.
Yeah, I was gonna give him a B plus. You know, just for adding to that already scary defense, and then tagging Ty, um, keeping him for that in that wide receiver trio with Michael Pittman and who else was it? I don't know if he kept Paris. What's his name?
Paris Campbell.
Paris Campbell. He's on that team, right?
Yeah, I think he might have been a free agent this year. I'm not sure. I
Free
could look
agent.
at it
Okay,
right now.
okay.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, go check
He
it out.
is. Yeah, sorry about that, man.
Nah, you're good.
Uh,
Um,
Paris Campbell, yes sir,
Paris Campbell. Yeah,
and
so
Ty and
so
Pittman.
they kept their receiver trio for this upcoming season, which is always good to see. So moving on, the Cowboys wasn't active. It looks like they didn't really sign anybody this free agency, or even re-signed anybody. Um, let's see, the
I gave him a text
Dolphins,
message. He couldn't
the
do it
Cowboys.
today. He said he's gonna try to be in the draft tomorrow, so hopefully he could be here.
Oh yeah, definitely. We definitely want our users to be available, and hopefully they can, you know, be real active in this league. You know, we're trying to do our best to keep it going, keep it strong. Definitely got a lot of good users in this league, so we're definitely excited to have you guys, and thank you guys for joining this league. Um, but yeah, so the Dolphins weren't active either. Um, Last move they made was in week 18, so moving on from them, we did the Eagles, Falcons, nobody on the Falcons. 49ers, okay, this is a new user, and they made some moves this
They
offseason.
were actively on the chat.
Definitely, they were very active. Let me just break it down
Okay.
for you. um, so they got Shaquille Barrett on a
Ooh,
4-year
I'm
deal.
looking at him right now.
Um, they
Star
signed
Dev. Oh,
Chris
okay, go ahead, go
Westry.
ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna just read through these names. They signed Chris Westry, who was previous on the team. They signed Travarius Ward to a 2-year deal. T.J. Green, another corner on a 1-year deal, and Leonard Fournette to a 5-year deal. Um,
I had a bid on him, then Niners placed a bid on him, and he was paying him way too much money. How much is he paying them? If you can look
it
at that.
came out on Fournette,
Yeah.
so we got him for a 5-year, $26.4 million contract.
Jeez.
Yeah,
That's not
definitely.
bad,
Yeah,
but still too rich for my blood.
yeah, it makes
Just for
sense
the
though.
player of him, yeah.
Um, but I'm gonna give this man a B plus. He was in a bidding war with the users in this free agency, and it looks like he turned out. Ended up picking Shaquille Barrett, Travarius Ward, Quist Westry, who he uses depth trade on. Got him on a 1-year deal. Hopefully he resigns him this upcoming season. That way he can kind of keep his traits. And then ended up picking Fournette. So yeah, B plus for me. What do you got?
I give him a B.
A B. Okay,
This
solid.
whole team is solid, but it's all about your users. So
And
if
and also, if I can throw in there, he's got the number one pick. And he did
and
release Jimmy
and
Garoppolo.
he has no quarterback, so
Yeah,
he's
so we
going
know
he's
where
going
he's
Trevor
going.
Lawrence.
Yeah,
Yeah, Trevor
exactly.
Lawrence. I, I'll be shocked if he doesn't get a quarterback that's
Yeah.
not named Trevor Lawrence, but he might go with Fields. We don't
Oh
know, but
yeah,
we'll
we
see.
yeah we definitely don't know, and definitely excited to see for tomorrow, which we will be live streaming the draft tomorrow, guys. If you guys want to tune in tomorrow, just be sure to look out for it. Um, but yeah, so moving on to the Giants, who was another new user to this team, ended up picking quite a bit of people. Let's see. Daquan Jones to a 1-year deal, D tackle. Le'Veon Bell to a 4-year deal, getting picked up by the Giants. They got rid of Saquon Barkley to the Bears, so they definitely needed a running back. Trevor Simeon to a 2-year deal, solidifying a backup behind Daniel Jones. Left tackle Jason Spriggs to a 1-year deal. Joe Jones, middle linebacker. Harrison Hand, corner, and Scotty Phillips, another running back. A lot of these guys to short-term deals. Maybe they're looking to move some contracts around, but definitely sign Le'Veon Bell to a 4-year deal, um, which is good to see, especially for the Giants. They gave up Saquon. They definitely needed somebody to fill that back position, and uh,
I think that's a good fit for that team.
yeah,
That was a good
definitely,
fit.
especially
That's the
for a
New York
quarterback.
team he should have went to.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. No slack to the Jets, but that fit was horrible. Um, but yeah, I mean, I give these guys. I mean, they didn't really do too much. They signed a lot of backups and to short-term deals. I'm gonna give them a C plus on this one.
I'm gonna have to agree with you, Jay. I give him a C plus also, just
C
because
plus.
he filled it in. He filled the needs. He filled. I'm sorry, I'm having a tongue
No,
twister. I'm
yeah, he
having a
filled his
stroke.
needs. Yeah, I got you on that.
Exactly.
This,
Appreciate you, man.
no problem, brother. But yeah, definitely filled the needs. Probably didn't spend too much money on these contracts, which is good. It's always good to get guys on a cheap deal. That way you can save cap for the following season. And maybe that's what his plan was. But yeah, definitely a C plus grade for that. Moving to, we did the Jaguars. To the Jets, another new
Jets.
user.
Was he? Did he
Man,
even pick
this
anyone up?
man, yeah, this man picked up some players. Let
Oh
me
man.
just start on the first one. He picked up a center, Chase Roulier, a very good young center on the rise, to a 2-year deal. Right guard Brian Winters to a 2-year deal.
Oh,
Leonard,
he
yeah, he
picked up a
picked up
left
Brian
guard
Winters.
also.
Oh,
Oh,
did he?
he picked up O line. I
Yeah, yeah,
like
he
that.
picked up. Oh, yeah, he definitely made moves for his O line, which is good, man. That O line was horrible. Um, you know, Now he's signed guys to protect Sam Darnold if he's gonna keep it that way.
He
Um,
signed Tevin Coleman since he has no running back over there, so that's a good
yeah,
pickup.
definitely. Tevin Coleman to a 4-year deal, which is good to see, especially for a player like that. He's got the speed, man. Um, and then he signed Albert Aquagbunam. I just butchered that, but the he's like a rookie tight end. Got picked up by
He
who do
picked
you?
up Marquise Goodwin also,
Oh yeah, Marquise Goodwin, yeah, and Brashad Perryman, two fast receivers.
fast receivers. He's
And
on the older
Albert
side. but he
Yeah.
still do the job.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's a little bit old, but speed is everything.
He's a track
And I was
star.
gonna say that too. Albert, the tight end he picked up, that rookie from Mizzou, um, was the fastest tight end in his draft class. So he got speed on the tight end position also. Um, I'm gonna give this man, I have to give him an A. It's
Oh wow.
just because he kind of made the moves he needed to. Um, you know, he got his O line, he got a running back, he solidified his receiving core, and then got Leonard Floyd to join
To
his
help that
defense.
defense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So go ahead.
yeah. No, I was gonna say I give him an A plus.
A
Cause
plus. Okay. Yeah, I
this
dig it.
team,
I dig it.
yesterday at our when we were talking about the worst five teams, I put the Jets in the bottom five,
Yeah.
and I still stick with that because I don't know how this user is gonna be.
Yeah. Exactly. But you put him in the bottom five, but he definitely made the moves to put his team in the best position to win. Um, and that's why I gave him an A. You gave him an A plus. He did his thing in this offseason.
I
Definitely
mean,
excited
if
to see what he does in the draft.
exactly, and maybe you trade one of these defensive players that you might not need or they might be costing you too
Mm,
much to
yep.
to move up to a draft so you could get someone younger and you could always develop him. So yeah,
Yeah,
just
definitely.
just just a shot there. Just look at your contracts, man. But yeah, A plus for my books.
Oh yeah, for sure. Moving to the Lions. Didn't really do
No,
much. Only did a re-sign stage. Um, they
we have
probably
no
weren't
users,
active. Oh, no, no
no
user for
users.
the
So
Lions.
let's not even waste our time. Next,
Okay.
Packers.
Packers next.
Next wasn't active.
Panthers. We did
Panthers,
that.
we did you.
Patriots. Oh, it looks like they
Patriots.
released N'Keal Harry and John Brown. Wow, definitely.
Wow. John
Def
Brown was on the free agency and no one was touching him.
Oh, okay. I didn't even get a chance to see N'Keal Harry, but definitely if he's still out there, guys, go check him out. Got some two solid receivers in free agency. But yeah, no moves in this offseason. Um,
Wow, but he was
uh,
the Super Bowl winner,
yeah,
and in
defending
our
champs.
league, if you win the Super Bowl, you get one X factor of your choosing, and he
Who did
gave
he
it
use it?
to
Hold on.
DeAndre Swift,
Oh,
running
DeAndre
back.
Swift. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's amazing. Especially for how fast Swift is.
And
But
especially how he was just using Sony Michelle
oh
last
yeah, it
season.
was
So yeah, he's
deadly.
gonna be dangerous. He is.
Yeah,
He likes his backs.
they're definitely scary, man. That AFC conference is stacked. Um, but
Moving
yeah, so
on.
moving on. Raiders didn't
Raiders.
do
He's a
nothing.
user, but he was not active.
Yeah, not active.
Looking at his
We did the
team, solid.
Rams.
Rams
Ravens
at the
wasn't
Rams.
active.
Wasn't on here.
Um,
Football team
football
wasn't
team
active.
wasn't active. Damn, dude.
And what's
Saints.
crazy
Okay.
is football team. He could have picked up. Quarterbacks were on the board. He could have picked up Cam Newton
Yeah,
if he
definitely.
was on. Man,
Man, sucks to
that's sad
see,
to
man.
see.
You got
Hopefully
guys.
he's
We
there in
try
the
to keep you
draft
guys active. I know
and
you got
updated.
real life problems to deal with. But yeah, just try your best to kind of be active. We don't want to see you guys take off just because you didn't get the guys you wanted. But we do our best to keep you guys active. We let you know dates and stuff, and just hit us with some feedback. Just if something's going on, message us. We're not that hard to talk to, and just let us know what's going on. Just let us know how we can make this league a better league. Um, but moving on from that, the Saints made some moves. They made some trades actually. Um, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, they gave up. The Steelers gave up a bag of chips and a Snickers bar. For James Conner. Traded
Yeah,
James Conner for a fifth round pick. Maybe it's a smart move for the Steelers since his contract's coming up this season. But
yeah,
still a
they might.
solid running back.
Yeah, and the Saints might have the money to re-sign Connor. Would definitely want to see that. I mean, they traded for him, so they probably want to keep him. Um, Definitely a good signing, and haha, Clinton Dix to a 3-year, $12 million contract.
Damn, is that the only
Sorry.
person he picked up?
Um, it looks
Looks
like.
like it. I think this team stacked up on these people's salaries. And oh,
Uh,
we didn't even talk about this, but Drew Brees retired? We didn't talk
Yeah,
about the
Drew Brees
retirees.
retired. Yeah, I was
So
just
he's
gonna
out
talk
there looking
about
for a
that.
quarterback.
Exactly. And this quarterback class and this rookie draft, man, it's stacked. So might see him try to trade up or make a move and just pick the best available quarterback. But yeah, it's gonna be exciting to see what he does. He did make some moves, but only signed Ha Clinton Dix to a 3-year deal. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give this a C plus. I didn't really see too much. Made some trades, got some guys moved around, but not too much going on here.
Gotcha.
Um,
Next, moving on to the Seahawks.
Seahawks. Oh yeah, this guy was definitely on. Sign
He added
oh,
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown and Travis Fulgham. Um, both
Nice.
to 3-year and 4-year deals. That's a solid good pickups. He played the Patriots in this year's Super Bowl. Um,
With an injured
with the
DK
injured
Metcalf.
DK, yeah, so definitely wanted to add to his receiving core,
Since
and got
he traded away Tyler Lockett earlier in the season, but that was to pass
yeah,
user.
yeah, and definitely got some guys on his squad now. Picking up Antonio Brown and Travis Fulgham, adding to that receiving core, and DK Metcalf, and who else did they have? I can't remember.
I don't remember. I think they had 1 year deals with these guys.
Yeah, definitely. I guess the other receivers weren't big enough to name.
Philip Dorsett, but he was injured too.
Yeah, he was injured too, and like Otto saying in the chat, man, he Wilson choked in the end, running down the field and then fumbling on the sideline, which we'll get into in a bit,
Next
talking
pod.
about these. Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
oh, oh,
Oh yeah,
we
next
could
pod
talk.
actually.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, so I'm gonna give this guy, man, I don't know, a B minus. Um, sign some guys to fill that receiving core, but I feel like they should have added to their defense. The Pats was just tearing them
Don't
up with them
forget
crossing routes.
their salary cap. Their money was tight, man.
Yeah, their money
So
was tight, and they re-signed a lot of their defensive players in the re-sign stage. So but I mean, I just wish they could have signed like another fast corner just to beef it up, or something. Maybe
yeah,
just anybody just to fill in some spots. But yeah, I'm gonna just go with a B minus for them.
I'm gonna go give him a B.
A B. Okay, solid. So moving on to the
Steelers,
Steelers, which
big name on this team, man. One of my favorite running backs in real
oh
life,
yeah, crazy
Aaron
pickup, Aaron Jones
Jones,
for the
man.
Steelers, which is good, man. Aaron Jones deserved to get paid. He's been putting in work with the Packers, and it sucks that the Packers didn't even want to try to re-sign him. Um, and maybe they did. I'm not too sure how the front office works with them over there, being the only fan-owned team in the league. Uh, but
My
yeah,
man
man.
said OnlyFans. That's funny, dude.
Oh, no free shoutouts.
Uh,
But yeah, Aaron Jones,
hey, you could be our
did.
sponsor though. What's up, man?
Yeah.
Hey, sponsor us, man. We need a fucking sponsor.
Yeah, right. But yeah,
But
man, they have very big pickup,
man,
Aaron Jones, and they also
he's
signed
a
Mike
monster,
Hilton.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
definitely.
Mike Hilton. Oh, so they didn't re-sign him, and
They picked him up on
they
the
didn't
cheap,
re-sign him.
probably.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Um, Also, they signed Kawan Short to a deal, who was on the Panthers. Um, I just couldn't see I didn't really see a point in signing him when I had Jonathan Allen and Derek Brown on my D tackle list. So yeah, he definitely got a good pickup in him.
Ooh, he picked
Um,
up I, Short. What's his first name? I don't want to butcher it.
Short, Kawan
The
Short,
D
yeah, that's what I'm
tackle.
just talking about.
That was a okay. Yeah, my bad. That
No,
was a
no, you're
good
good, you're
pickup.
good. Yeah, he was. I was saying he was on the Panthers team. This previous year. Um, and what's it called? So yeah, I just didn't see a need to resign Kawan Short, and I'm glad he's going to a user team. But I'm gonna give this man a B plus. Got the running back he wanted, got his cornerback back also, and made some trades. He did his thing this offseason.
I really
And
think he should have signed at least like Cam Newton because there's no quarterback. Maybe he thinks there's
yeah,
maybe he's doing some moves and trying to
I
trade up
mean, he
for the
is.
top 5 pick.
He does have. He has a third pick in this year's draft.
Oh, well,
So he
hey,
could
if
definitely pick
Trevor
up.
Season doesn't go, Justin Fields is going next. Oh,
Yeah.
what's up, man? He's
Oh, hey,
back.
what's up,
Yeah,
Otto? How you doing?
what's up, man?
We're on the Steelers right now.
Oh, and the Rams joined.
And the
What's up,
Rams
Rams?
loser. He's in game chat right now.
Oh, he's in game
Oh,
chat.
okay.
Okay.
Hello?
Oh,
Oh,
What's
Yo,
up?
what's up, buddy?
There we go.
How you doing, man?
I'm not too bad. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. We're just
man,
running through
you took
these
a couple of our
teams.
players, man.
How'd off season turn out for all y'all?
Oh, great for me, man. I had a really good off season.
Eagles mad right
I
now.
feel that.
Eagles
Yeah.
player. Not excited to
I've got.
see you at the moment.
You guys are about to see another thing join. It's just my headphones.
Uh-oh.
It's on my phone though. It's just my headphones though. It's all good.
Oh, okay, okay. Let me see if you're coming through the chat, the broadcast, actually. Okay. Um, let's see.
It's
So
just
we're on the
connecting.
Steelers right now. We just talked about their signings. We're about to move on to the Texans, who didn't really do nothing. They weren't
Even
active. Nah, they weren't active in this offseason. Titans was active. Let's see who they got. They released a bunch of players. Signed a bunch of players to one-year deals. Let me just go through it. They did a lot of moves. Okay. Man. Signed a right guard to a one-year deal. Right outside
Is there an
linebacker.
echo?
Yeah, I think that's
There we
Rams.
go.
Is that coming from you, Rams?
I just turned off my other audio, so. It should be
Okay. It
alright
seems
now.
like we're getting a little bit of echo on your side.
Oh, we're good now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just turned off my other audio, so.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
My
Titans
fault, bro.
picked up. No, you good. Titans picked up a bunch of one-year deals for their.
You're
I
at the
mean, I guess
Titans
just
now?
solidifying their backup positions. Um, yeah, there's a lot of names. I can't really go through them all.
I'm gonna give him straight off the bat a C plus.
A C plus.
Hopefully, he goes with that with that
Second overall
second.
pick.
I don't
He has
even
a
know where he's
second.
going. I don't know.
Yeah,
He
it's
said he
definitely.
wanted to go O-line, so
Yeah,
O-line.
it's just tough, man. Like, if he does go O-line, I mean, everything that we said in our predictions might match up. But if he doesn't, man, it's gonna kind of shake up this whole draft, being at number 2. And like you said, he might want to trade down, uh, get some picks, and get the guy he wants at left tackle. But yeah, definitely excited to see what he wants to do this offseason. But yeah, I mean, the Titans, I give them. I'm gonna just give them a B minus. Not really seeing too many guys that would stand out on this team, but did sign some backups.
yeah.
What do you got, Otto?
The Vikings, I mean not the Vikings, the Titans. Honestly, this free agency wasn't like supposed to be for them at the moment. I'm waiting for before I even give them a grade. I'm waiting for what they would do in the draft. That's what I'm
Okay,
waiting
okay.
for. Because
I
at the
got you.
moment, their team is good. Like they just need a few. Rumors being that they need a guard. I mean not a guard. Offensive tackle.
Offensive
I mean
tackle, yeah.
offensive line. Yeah. So let's see what they could do there, and then I will grade them.
Okay,
That goes
okay.
for so many teams as
Yeah,
well.
they
Like
have no
Go ahead.
problem.
What do you think? What do you think,
Wow.
Rams? How do you feel about these Titans users? Do you know them personally, or are you not really familiar?
No, I have no clue. I don't think so.
Okay, okay.
I honestly think he should
I
go
know
defense.
my buddy, the Broncos. He didn't do anything this offseason.
Yeah, we kind of ran through some teams. Like
I don't know
probably
what's up
half the
with him.
league wasn't active during this free agency. But we kind of try to put them in the best position to do what they got to do on teams.
I do not
Uh,
know the Titans, but he does not have an offensive line. at
Yeah,
all.
so definitely need to see him pick one
Wow.
up in the draft.
If you
But
look, if you want to give up that first round draft pick, I have a 98 right tackle, and I will
mm,
make a straight up trade.
He's
damn,
a 94 now. He dropped.
Oh,
you
hey,
you heard this here
still
first,
solid,
Titans.
still solid, man.
You got a right tackle in who was it again? What's his name? Eric
Who's
Fisher,
True
that?
Chief.
Nah, I had to release Eric Fisher. He was getting paid too much.
Mitchell
Wow, you
Schwartz. That's
released
what it
him?
is.
Of
Um,
Yeah,
course, yeah.
so yeah, Titans. If you're hearing this, if you're watching this pod, definitely reach out to the Chiefs and
Or
see what they want to do with the
he didn't
second
drop
pick.
to
or
94. He's
Titans.
still a 98. Mitchell
I know
Schwartz.
it's morale. It's your morale on him.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
gotcha.
it's only
Who did
position.
do a lot this offseason?
Has to be the Bengals and the Rams,
And you,
bro.
and you.
And the
And you,
Panthers.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, we
well,
had a
I got
bidding
lucky
war
'cause
for Gurley,
I
man.
ran
You were
out of.
pissing me off.
It worked out for me because during the season I didn't clue into it, but I had like 55 million in fucking cap penalties, so I dropped. Once the
Yeah, a
offseason
lot of
came,
people. A lot of
I got
people
my cap
dropped.
back, and I was like, I missed the first 2 weeks, and then or the first week, sorry, and I kind of just. I think who was all big this offseason? Because when I showed up, it was like Chris Godwin, Julio.
Oh yeah. So if you didn't watch the pod previously, man, we were going through these breakdowns and um,
No,
you
I just
know.
got on.
Okay, so yeah, the Chris
I
Godwin
mean,
was
the
a big
biggest
signing for the
trades.
Panthers.
Panthers
Yeah.
ended up with him. Wow,
Yeah, that's
lucky
Yeah.
me,
my
good
team
for
right
him.
there. So it's definitely good because I got a lot of the players I wanted, but I got some guys on a trade block, so I need to get rid of some of these players.
And the
Um,
thing with
You got
back to the
Gronk,
Titans.
Sherman, Allen
Yeah.
Robinson, Randy
Back to
Graham.
the Titans situation. There's so many like offensive line that they could be selected. They don't even have to select the offensive line player with that second pick. They could also go position player like we know that Ryan Tannehill is getting up there in age, or he could go wide receiver. So I feel like
exactly. So that's what I was
yeah,
saying. Like, man, it just depends on what he wants to do because he could really shake up this whole draft. You know what I mean? Like,
really,
he could change the way the
honestly.
A way
landscapes
to look at the
change and
draft class.
what he does. But yeah, definitely excited to see what happens
Is
this
there a way to look at the draft
draft
class?
class.
Huh?
Let me see. Let me see if you can. Yeah, if you go into your things to do, you should be able to scout college players and look at the draft
It does
class.
not let me.
That
Uh,
means you got an auto scout then. I mean, that
Let me
must be it.
see.
Oh,
Um, Appreciate you, Elijah, in the chat. Keep up the good content. Yeah, we're doing this for all the users, man. They want to see some things. They want. This is very different for any league that we've been in. Uh,
Yeah.
we just want to show guys good info and show them what they want to look at.
And we're trying to keep the league active, man. There's a lot of
Yeah,
users that
definitely.
left the league last season because it was going too slow or people weren't really in it. So we want to give you the exclusive look on players that you might need or look at.
Yeah,
Most
for sure
definitely.
thing.
That's why I
Um,
encourage people to stream games. So
yeah, so we can
so we
get,
can have
so we can start
we
doing
have
these
some
breakdowns. Uh,
breakdowns. Especially like division games.
yeah, division
Like
games
those
are
will
gonna
be
be good
good.
to see, especially this
And
season, man. We got so many users. Like
I know a lot of
every
people,
division is stacked.
they're scared. Like, I don't want people looking at my playbook, don't like my stuff. But just like in the real NFL, they have to film
They
study.
have
You
to
got to
do their
break
film.
down. You got
Yeah,
to see what happens.
definitely.
You got to see what's
Steelers
good.
got Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I got you. But yeah, man, I think this is a good point to stop the pod. I know you joined kind of a little bit late, Rams. We could
Oh
have
well,
used
it's
you a
all
little
good.
sooner, but yeah,
It's all
definitely.
good.
We're gonna keep this going daily, if not every other day, like we said. And draft is tomorrow, so
Don't
you
forget,
guys,
guys.
yeah, don't forget. We
Yo,
don't
when are you
want you
doing
guys
that?
to miss out. So yeah, let me just announce that draft tomorrow, 7:30, or what are we doing? 7:30 or 7? I think I said
7:30.
7:30. Yeah, so 7:30 Central Time, um, and we're gonna start the draft then, and we don't want you guys to miss it. So make sure you guys get into the league around that time, and make sure you guys are ready, prep, do all your scouting, whatever you gotta do.
And the
And
draft won't take too long, hopefully. I think what's a good Are we doing all
4.
seven rounds?
No, I'd
All
go
7.
four.
Of course, see. 4, right?
Oh,
Oh, but I got
I'd
a
go
fifth
four because
round
like
Yeah,
five,
he's
six,
got.
seven.
I mean, the
five,
Bills
six,
doesn't have a
sevens
pick till
are
the fifth round, so
to the
I
fifth
think
so.
round, man.
we should. I
So
mean,
so Bills, you know what you should do? You should stream it and you should commentate every person playing. I'm picking since you
yeah,
don't have a
definitely.
pick.
Oh, I'm most
I
definitely going to
don't
pick
I
this
don't have
draft. I'm
picks
gonna trade
either,
a
so
pick. I'm gonna trade a pick.
I
We
mean,
gonna
yeah, there's
see.
still a lot of time before we do the draft, so anyone can get into the trade and into the draft, trading players or whatever. Um,
I would
but
like to put
Remember,
it out there.
place your trades on a trade block and trade approval.
I
We're not
think
trying to get bougie
we should
trades.
do, as far as the draft, we're just gonna go through all 7 rounds. If you don't want to like be there during the picks, you can just like back out or something, or just once you're
Autopilot.
done, yeah, autopilot. Um, and because I know some people want to choose their players and stuff, so I'm gonna let them.
I only have from six down, so I'll at least be watching.
Okay, yeah, for sure. But yeah,
At
guys,
least
tune in
watching to see who
tomorrow,
gets picked.
around 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We're gonna be doing this draft, and then we might sim to week 1 of the season. So you guys tune in for that. This has been another podcast with the Madden Lab. This was Jay, Andy, Otto, and new user in this game, Rams. So
What do you want? I want us
It's
to call you
Vox.
Rams. Vaughn.
Vaughn.
Vox.
Vox.
Vox,
All right.
okay, yeah.
Vox.
Vox.
So, thank you, Vox, for joining. I know it was a little late, but glad to
It's
have
all
you
good.
here
I've
nonetheless.
been meaning to come for a bit, so
Yeah, definitely. But yeah,
And Vox is a commissioner like the rest of us in here.
yeah, definitely. So, yeah, guys, just tune in tomorrow. We'll see you guys, and hope you enjoy the podcast later.
Thank y'all.